Let's start with the question you probably avoid. Think of your past, or even right now. Were you ever hurt so deeply that it changed who you are forever? I'm not talking about a bad day. I'm talking about that kind of pain that makes you rewrite your whole self just to survive. Whether you experienced a dark trauma, like a crushing car crash, the horror of domestic abuse, or physical violation, or even lighter ones like school anxiety, the fear of failing, or parents who constantly hypercritical. The damage is there. You need to understand that this is not just a bad memory, it is a physical rewiring of your brain. The scary reality is that the threat is still alive inside your body. Even if the danger ended years ago, it has reshaped your nervous system. The person who hurt you has walked away, but they left a ghost inside your brain that dictates your daily life, your choices, and your fears forever. Your first reaction was probably to forget it. You tried to pretend it never happened and to hide from the truth, but you know that that does not work. The past does not stay buried. It comes back on the smallest sparks, throwing your life into chaos. You might have spent years waiting for an apology. It will never come. You blamed yourself in those quiet hours when you had nobody else to talk to. But I want you to know that this is not a weakness, because I know the truth. The brain has proven that the hurt you experience is trapped physically inside your body. That trauma locks you in a state of high alert. You're constantly looking for threats, even when you are safe. And I want to explain to you how this control actually happens inside your head. Think about the last time you felt a sudden wave of panic for no clear reason. This is your brain's alarm system, the amygdala. It fires off as you are in danger right now. It releases stress chemicals, spikes your heart rate, and raises your blood pressure. This happens even if the event occurred years ago. During these flashbacks, the speech area of your brain actually shuts down. It leaves you speechless. You're completely unable to put your feelings into words. At the same time, the logical left side of your brain goes quiet. This makes you lose track of time and feels like you're losing your mind. Look, I know how scary that is. This happens because you were hopeless in the past. If you grew up in a house where heavy footsteps in the hall meant you had to hide under your bed, your brain learned to freeze under fear. Now, decades later, you tense up when your co-worker walks too loudly behind your desk. Your brain keeps on releasing these stress chemicals because it is still stuck in that loop. This constant alarm ruins your sleep, your appetite, your digestion, your future. You find yourself struggling with simple physical things. This is because your body is still fighting a war that ended years ago, but the damage goes deeper than that. If you feel this way right now, you know what it's like. You sit alone in your room feeling completely cut off from the world. You might have to blame yourself for this numbness. You thought you were broken, but this is a state I call depersonalization. It is when the world around you starts to look strange, peculiar, like a dream. Objects look flat or smaller than they should, and voices sound like they are coming from far away. You become a stranger to yourself, unable to feel pain or pleasure. Maybe you were violated in a way that made your skin crawl, and now even when someone who loves you tries to touch you, your body reacts with terror. Maybe what you have is called alexithymia. That is just a word for not having words for your own feelings. It makes you lose touch with your body's need. You cannot even tell what you want or how to soothe yourself. Or maybe your trauma was simpler, yet just as heavy. A parent who always looked disappointed, leaving you lie awake at 3 a.m. rewriting your emails and messages because you're terrified of looking stupid. Terrified if the person you're talking to is gonna look down at you, that they're gonna be disappointed like your parents. You lose your agency. This means you lose your sense of standing, your say, your power to change your life. You might even fall into a strange risky habits just to shock your numb body into feeling alive. You crave the touch and comfort of another person, yet the thought of physical contact terrifies you. So, how do you handle this constant inner battle? Look at yourself. Why do you have to fight your own mind? It is because you are not just a single person. Your brain is a society of different minds, like a family living under one roof. When you experience trauma, that pain, that family gets split. The childlike, creative, and fun parts of you get hurt. They are frozen in the past. To protect the rest of you, these hurt parts are locked away deep inside as exiles. If you experience danger or neglect during your childhood, your attachment system broke before it could even form. You learned that people who were supposed to protect you were the ones you needed to fear. But you cannot heal by simply ignoring these exile parts. You cannot just rely on medicine to shut down the alarms. Medicine and technology can help the quiet alarms temporarily, but they will never free you from the frozen, wounded child you have inside of you. You have to be the one that rescues your own exiles. So let's talk about how you can actually start the rescue. Healing means finding a way to become calm and focused in the present. You must learn to look at the sights, the thoughts, the sounds of your past, those very wounds you have, and you must do this without letting them trigger a physical panic. You need to stop keeping secrets from yourself, including the way you survived. You must befriend what is going on inside your body. To heal those frozen parts of your exiles, you must bring your mind to what you are most afraid of. You must use stories and images to face the memories and desensitize your fears. You have to show those childlike parts of you that the danger is in the past and they are safe in the present. You must let your body feel the physical actions that contradict that old helplessness, rage, and collapse. You must show your body that it can move, breathe, and fight back. There are 3 paths to doing this. First, you need a top-down healing, understanding yourself, processing your memories, and talking through the pain. Second, you must allow your body to release that trapped rage and helplessness. Finally, you must stop relying solely on drugs. Start using physical movement, breathing, rhythm games, and mindfulness. Activities that move your body help re-educate your senses. They bring you back to the present, showing your nervous system that the threat is gone. The most powerful protection against trauma is a strong support network. You need people who make you feel safe, loved, and free from shame. In the safety of those relationships, you find courage to face what happened. Remember this, because it is the most important truth of them all. No one is coming to apologize for what they did. The person who hurt you will not save you. You must be your own savior, and you have the power to heal yourself. And I'm just a messenger letting you know you can.